Douglas Bickford. Today's date's the 14th, or take that back, the 16th of May, 2021. I have a message for all of you out there. When you're ready for change, you will find me, okay? You will click on this video. It will find you. I'll put it that way. You'll be browsing the internet. You'll be on YouTube. This video is going to pop up for you if you're ready for a change in your life. If you're going through a terrible thing right now, if you're confused, if you feel you're hurt, you're lost, you don't know where to turn, you will find me, Douglas Bickford. And here's my message for you from God, if you believe in God, from goodness, if you don't believe in God. Here's my message for you. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. That's it. Do it the rest of your life, okay? Like I said, if you believe in God, it comes from God. If you don't believe in God, it comes from goodness. It will change your life if you do it. And you don't let your low self-esteem make it so it doesn't happen. Or don't do it. Because all you got to do is do it. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Look and turn on your video camera. Turn the camera around to yourself and make a video of yourself saying, I love you. Okay. Whatever your name is. I say it every day. I love Douglas Bickford. I love my inner child. I will not live in the past. I will not live in the present or future. I'll live in the present, in the now. I am worthy to love. I'm worthy to be loved. Douglas Bickford is full of God's goodness. Full of goodness, Douglas Bickford accepts the responsibility and acknowledge my responsibility in all the pain I have caused in my 65 years. Douglas Bickford accepts and acknowledges my past emotional pain, physical abuse, sexual abuse. I acknowledge it, and I'm not going to deny it, and I'm not going to mask it with anything. And you can't deny it. Anyway, that's what I say. You can say that too. But the one thing you have to do is say, I love you in the mirror. That's my message to you from God or from goodness. Anyway, and I'm here because I discovered that what that gives you is self-esteem, self-love. Okay, I was exactly where you are. 6 months ago, I left a devastating, heartbreaking, broke my heart. The woman I thought was the love of my life. I thought she was my soulmate 3.5 years ago, or 4 years ago now. I left her 6 months ago, and I was exactly where you are. And that one simple concept out of the book I'm about ready to share is called the portable concept. The portable therapist from a lady who has a PhD in psychology, Susanna McMahon. Now the link, I suggest you get the book, the link, and read it and apply all the principles out of it, because there's more than that. It will be in the description of this video. It's in all my videos. Anyway, here's another chapter for you. And like I told you, my name's Douglas Bickford. I'm just a real guy out here. The only one on YouTube teaching self-esteem how to get it, and the only one that doesn't want anything from you on YouTube. Because that's what's happened to us. Everybody doesn't want to tell you. They probably don't even know how to do it. But they're all trying to make money off you with your view. Okay, how do I accept myself as I am? This question may be the most important one in this book. The answer lies in learning to accept the reality of ourselves without necessarily agreeing with or liking all the feelings or separate components of what we are accepting. This means we can agree with or approve the totality or wholeness without agreeing with or approving of all our characteristics. This is the opposite of our training. Brainwashing is what I call it. which comes from the TVs, radios, and newspapers, Facebook, YouTube, brand YouTube, BitChute, all of them, right? That's where we're getting our training from the churches, all that, which implies that we must be perfect before we can accept, agree, and approve of ourselves. We can begin to accept the reality of ourselves, our totalities, as we are right now without needing to agree with or approve of all our parts, our roles, our behaviors. Acceptance does not mean understanding, just as most of us will never understand all the complexities of life, war, famine, pain, and death. So we will never understand all the reasons for the complexity of ourselves. Acceptance does not mean change. Our acceptance of life does not change it, and our acceptance of ourselves will not change us. What then is acceptance? It means to take something, to receive willingly, to approve. It may be difficult to approve of ourselves when we are wishing that we were different, but it is critical for the development of self-esteem to begin to accept the reality and totality of ourselves. Acceptance means seeing ourselves as we are right now and allowing ourselves to be. As Popeye so wisely stated, I am what I am, and that's all that I am, and it is enough for this moment. Acceptance of self means really looking at yourself and seeing what you are inside and out without judgment. It is the same process as meditating on yourself or being an objective observer of yourself. You suspend the judgment and see what you are all about. You take a good hard look at the reality of yourself. This process is not easy, but it is necessary. One way to do this is to stand naked in front of the mirror and look at yourself. Do not stop looking when you see something you do not like. Keep looking until you become neutral and about what you are seeing. Now you have observing eyes. Keep looking at yourself until you see the past the skin and the fat and the surface. Keep looking until you see through the externals. Do not be afraid. You are observing the reality of yourself. And when you have seen it all, accept it. This is you, warts and all. You will see some good things, external and internal, that you want to keep, and you will see some things that you want to get rid of. You will see a human being. Do not act or react, merely observe. And when you are finished, tell yourself that everything you have seen is okay. Not good or bad, right or wrong, but just okay. That is acceptance. Another way to learn to accept yourself is to take a piece of paper and draw a vertical line down the middle. On one side, label the column, things I like about me. Label the other side, things I don't like about me. Then fill in both columns. Take your time and add things as they occur to you. Again, do not be afraid. Most people find it easier to fill in the I don't like side, and they have more difficulty with the I like side. This is because of our faulty brainwashing training. It's from the TV, folks. Turn it off. Keep at it until you have a composite picture of yourself. If you need help, ask your family and friends, and especially your role models, for help. When you have finished, think about a coin. A coin has two sides. Neither side is right or wrong or better. Now think of your list as two sides of the coin. In order to have one side, you must have the other. Try to figure out how the one side depends on the other. For example, if you like the fact that you're an organized person and dislike the fact that you're too compulsive over certain things, try to see the relationship between the two. You can not always be organized without sometimes being compulsive. If you like the fact that you are patient and dislike the fact that you are sometimes slow and pedantic, again, see the relationship between the two. You may really like the fact that you are a generous person, financially and emotionally, but you may dislike the fact that you sometimes feel that others take advantage of you. Can you see the relationship between the two sides, the light and the dark side? The side we like and to show to others the side we dislike and try to keep hidden? Question mark. Nearly everything you do not like has an opposite in something that you do like. If you need help finding the positive side, do something. If you need help finding the positive side to something negative, ask for help. Remember that you cannot be perfect, and also remember to suspend judgment. Just as you cannot be perfect, you cannot be a perfect failure. Everything that you do not like about yourself has a counterpart in something positive. Stop looking only at the negatives and accept the positives. Try to find the balance between the two. Acceptance is the beginning. It allows change to occur. You do not have to change in order to accept yourself. Your role models will see the positives in you. Your role models, by seeing the good in you, will give you permission to see the good in yourself. Do not be afraid, the good is there. And you are all good people. You have lots of good things going for you, no matter what is happening right now. Focus on the good stuff, folks, like the book just said. This lady knows what she's talking about. This information is not coming from Douglas Bickford. This lady was inspired by goodness and by God that lives in her. Okay, and she'll tell you her belief later on in this book, but she believes. I believe in God. I call it the Great Spirit. Uh, but you don't have to believe in God to get self-esteem, like I said. But when you're ready for change, you will find Douglas Bickford out here on YouTube, and you will say the message again for you is to look at yourself in the mirror, and then get this book, The Portable Therapist, from the link I put in the description of the video. And Douglas Bickford is one of the only one, probably the only one on YouTube teaching the one simple concept of how to attain self-esteem, self-love on steroids if you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. It happened to me after like the third or fourth time I started saying it. But like the book says, you have to practice it. You have to keep saying it or you'll lose it. It's like lifting weights, right? Okay, so I'll have more later for you from Douglas Bickford out here. Have a great day. One more time.